Well, how are y'all doing? Trying to get the camera up, trying to find the camera. I don't know how to get that out there, but I never do. It's just one of those things. Let's try this right here. There we go. Now let me get the chat on. I think we're on. We've got chat. Let's see. We'll put it on. Maybe there. Trying to see why we don't have the chat on. Y'all know I'm not very good at this. Maybe. Well, now I can see the chat. Hi, Jimmy. Good. I'm glad. I don't know what this add source is, but we just will have to add a source, I guess. Probably for when I was going to show y'all that I moved my plants in and got those just in case it got cold while I was incapacitated. I went ahead and moved the plants in and got those up. And behind me, you can see the big pineapple plant. And I had several big plants that I had to move in, and I didn't pull on them and stuff because I'm not supposed to be lifting anything. So I didn't lift anything. Uh, I don't know why that I'm not getting the chat on the screen. That's what I want. So let me try. Let me try something here and see if I can get that put on the screen. Cause there, maybe. Uh, but it's not showing the video now. Maybe then. Hi, Jimmy. Jimmy, you're on the screen now. Shows us what we're doing. Take me a minute, y'all. I'm get discombobulated and I can't figure out what I'm doing. But I hope everybody's doing okay. Uh, I thought I'd better come on. It's been way over 2 weeks, and I've done those little kitchen videos and all that, but I just haven't been able to get myself feeling well enough to just sit and talk and explain this or explain that. It takes a lot of breath and it takes a lot of mental capacity to do that. And I have not had that because I was doing okay until these. Well, y'all know what happened is the blood vessels burst in my stomach and my esophagus, and so of course I nearly bled to death. And I didn't. I went to the hospital. I'm filling in for the ones that don't know. And so now they have to check those to see that they banded them to keep them from rebleeding. But now I have to go back about every 4 weeks. So you think, well, hell, I just got out of the fire and I'm back in the frying pan every 4 weeks, and I'm still this will only be I go again in about 2 weeks or less and get that scope down your throat, and they look and see if those extra needs extra banding, and if they do, then they'll put the bands on there. But being put to sleep, going through the trauma of all that, uh, it just takes it out of you. So by the time I get like I am now, where I can enjoy being on here and seeing y'all and everything, it's time to turn around again and I don't know, Jimmy. Where is everybody? It shows 11 watching. Well, I'm not sure. Kind of like Amelia Earhart. Where is everybody? I don't know. Um, I guess they're just not commenting, Jimmy. I think probably that's what's happening. Maybe our regulars, regular followers that we love, that's been with me for a long while now. Maybe they'll chime in. You know, I'm coming on early tonight. Usually I'm on about 9:30, and it's only 7 where I am, and so I didn't wait as late because I couldn't. I've got to have to take medicine now, so I'm gonna have to start doing these. Well, it just depends on when I feel like it. And I had just got back from driving to the country grocery store because I had to get milk, and I thought, well, I might as well just bear down and do it and get in there on that camera and see if the microphones will work. And that's another thing on those kitchen videos. I got the camera to work and all that, and the microphone. I had one lady today said sound like I was in a tin can or something, but I'm doing the best that I can, and I feel like you know I'm going to readjust. Maybe the microphone is I clip it here, I clip it on my shirt, so I'm going to readjust that and see if possibly if I clip it another place, you know, on the apron or I'm not sure because I just got those microphones to work. So I haven't had very much luck on trying to get them uh, all synced together. I'm doing what I can. So that's all I can say about that. I don't know, Jimmy. Usually we have several, several people commenting. So I know if you can comment, then I don't know why they couldn't. That's kind of unusual. Let me go full screen. Maybe that has something to do with it. No, I just see you and I see 13 people on. I'm sorry, y'all. I've got these fever blisters, but that's from being ill. Just, I don't think it's the cancer. I think it's just being put out, put to sleep, and medications your bodies are not used to. I think that you just have to, it just happens. So I got my little plants all in. Thank God. That one is not looking too good. My sister gave me that one, and I just brought it in because I didn't want it to die. I don't like anything to die. I won't kill hardly a bug or nothing. I'm just that way. I don't like that. Yeah, I don't know why these. Oh, Jimmy said I saw her comment, but I heard you just fine. Yeah, there went one of the cats racing by like he's driving an ambulance. These two, my baby kitty that y'all seen, the one-eyed, he gets after the white kitty, and boy, they after mother and I go to bed, a lot of times, of course, I read and research, and boy, they was after it last night. Hi, Beverly. Good. See, Jimmy, now we've got Beverly's in the house. We got so it's just people weren't commenting. Uh, yeah, it had me kind of concerned. I thought, well, maybe we was having private chats. I didn't know. Yeah, that lady. I just ignored that, Jimmy, because I'm doing what I can do. And if the microphone's bad, see, on our end, mother watches it. Of course, the director, she watches it, and it was fine. But I thought, well, maybe she's hearing something that I'm not. Well, thank you, Beverly. I may look well, but I've been really, really not doing so well. I've lost weight. I imagine you can tell that, but because my skin's getting really just hanging on, whatever you call it. Hi, Jessica from Kentucky. I'm glad you came in from the Kentucky. Yeah, I can tell that my skin's getting uh, losing weight from the cancer or from. I don't think it's from the cancer. I think it's just from concern and having to go, having to get in the hospital, having to do this, having to do that. These um, these things I'm having to do is just like I said earlier. I don't get one over with until it's time to do it again, and then I'm sick for another 2 weeks. So we'll make it or we won't. That's all I know. Um, I watch Grandma Lois and listen to her scripture daily, and I talked to her on the phone a couple of days ago because Grandma Lois was sick, real dizzy, and all that. And of course, I'm concerned. I'm concerned about any of you. You know, if I felt like one of y'all are sick, if I had your phone number, I'd call and check on you. If I was close, I'd come bring you something to eat. You know, I'm just that way. I don't like people being depressed, sick, having problems. I mean, we've all got problems, y'all, but we just have to be diligent to believe that the good Lord's going to take care of it. Because with my situation, if He hadn't intervened in this sickness, I'd be somewhere else. I wouldn't be here talking to you right now. Beverly says being sick like that over and over really wears you down. It does. Plus, being having to do everything or wanting to do everything here at the house, and because I won't let Mother do a thing, and she says, "Well, you need to let me help you." Well, I've explained to her that if she fell and broke her hip again, I wouldn't be in a position to take care of her like I took care of a year before last. You know, because she gets up to go in the kitchen to do whatever she needs. She thinks I need a glass of water or I need this, and then if she fell, I'd feel really, really bad. First of all, but second, if she broke something, there's no way that I would do it. If I had to crawl from here to Venezuela, I would for her. So I would try to take care of her. Yes, I would. Uh, but we both would be in worse shape, I'm afraid, if I did. So I just say, Mom, let me do it. She really gets mad at me because she thinks I gripe at her, and I may do gripe. I just don't feel good half the time. And I may say things that's kind of catty and I don't mean it one bit. Y'all know how I am. I say what I think and that's just the way I am. Yeah, it's Jimmy, it's in God's hands. Beverly, I'm close enough to you that if you need anything, I would help you. Yes, I know. I do know this, Beverly. But it's kind of like people have asked me to help me, and I'm just not one to ask for help. Uh, I would if I got where I couldn't do it. Yeah, I would ask because and my siblings, my two sisters, have stepped up well this time. I will say uh, to help with getting me since Mother can't. Or she can drive if she had to. If there was an emergency, my 93-year-old mother could drive. It's the other people I worry about, not her. Because a year before, well, last year, after she broke her hip, so it's been about, I'd say, a year, I had to deliver a vehicle to Plano, and she drove from Plano uh, back to the Lake Texoma area by herself. I mean, she was following me or I was following her, but so she can drive. It's just that I worry about, and I was on pins and needles, but I just worry about those other people that I'm getting kind of scared myself, me driving. They raced, we had to go, let's see, we went yesterday morning. We both got up at 5 o'clock. And then oh Lord, y'all. And then I haven't had to drink barium. I didn't even know they still used barium for lower GI. I had to drink 2 big old bottles of it. And I just held my nose. I didn't hold my nose, but I just drank it down. And then you had to take a half a bottle with you and drink it when you got there. And y'all, I told that lady, I said, I didn't know they still did this. And she said, oh yes, it's a lot better. When I picked it up the day before, I had to drive to get it. And then it wasn't so much better that I remember. It was just like chalk again. And but at least I got it down, got that taken care of. So I went over the test last night. I haven't gone. I go back to the cancer doctor tomorrow. I haven't gone. I went over the test myself to see if any red flags come up on that lower GI where I'd had my hernia operation and all that. Nothing really showed up. Maybe some constipation. And I think wearing and trying to go and do and not eating proper, even though I do try to eat proper, I really do try. But you know, I'm drinking a lot of water now, just trying to flush my system out. I think that's the only way to get it done. Yeah, Jimmy, that was nasty. Oh, it's nasty. Hope I never have to do it again. But hi, Jim. I'm okay, and everybody seems like they're doing okay. Mom's doing fine. I'm doing pretty good. Uh, I was just trying to read, make sure I've got all the comments, and I think I have. But yeah, I go back to the cancer doctor tomorrow, and we'll see what she had. Y'all know how it is. I told you if you don't keep on the doctors and things, well, everything kind of goes belly up or it don't get done. So when I went to see the doctor that does the EGD, the veins, I said, well, nobody's called me at all to try to come to tell me to come and get this tumor out. I said, I don't know. Last time I heard of getting the tumor out was when we were in the hospital. So I looked at the notes and he said, well, it doesn't show you have a physician, cancer doctor. I know the word, I know the name. And I said, well, somebody came in and saw me, told me I had to have that tumor taken out, and I have no idea. They had it. I thought we'd do it in the next week. See, that's been 2 months, y'all, that I've been waiting. And I thought, well, I thought somebody told me maybe I need a caretaker. I thought somebody told me you've got to get this done and stabilized before they'll do that. Take the tumor out. Well, he said, no, it should have all been done at once or in the same time frame. I said, well, it wasn't. So he put in a request for me to see another doctor. And after Mother and I was driving home, I said, you know, Mom, I bet they saw my old doctor she is also a cancer doctor, but she was seeing me because of my blood work of having that hemochromatosis with the iron overload. I said, I bet they saw her name on there because she's one of the top cancer doctors. And they just thought she was my cancer doctor. So I really still believe that's what happened, just got crossed up. So I called and they got me in. I called last week, so they've got me an appointment tomorrow at 3 o'clock. And I've got to go see this cancer doctor and see what she has to say. And then she'll be the one, because they have to have an order to take, the radiology department is where they're going to go in and do this ablation for this tumor through microwave ablation. But they have to have an order from a doctor. So that's what we've been waiting on. So possibly I'll get this done hopefully before Christmas. Hopefully it would be great before Thanksgiving, but I don't know. We just have to uh, hurry up and wait. That's all we can do. So we got that tomorrow. Then Friday, nothing, and Saturday, Sunday. Uh, there's always something going on. Uh, I try to get my ducks in order and in a row, and then all of a sudden, one of them flies away and leaves the gap, and then I have to refill in that schedule in the calendar because some other doctor has called or some other situation has come up. It's just life, like I told you, it's life, you know. And I think the camera and stuff for the cooking videos is better than it was. Uh, I think it is. I don't know what y'all think, but from where I see it on the TV, see a lot of you watch this stuff on your phone and iPads and this and that and computers and laptops, and we watch it on the TV. So the cooking videos, y'all just have to drop me a line to tell me, yeah, it's not good or something, on the comments like that lady did today. I don't know what her problem was because I just had Jimmy told me that uh, he saw her comment and it was out of kilter. So I don't know. I can't please everybody. You never should try to please everybody. There's always going to be some of those fuddy duddies. And I don't try. I just get on here and talk and visit. And I hope y'all enjoy it. And uh, I don't, I'm not trying to get extra followers or anything like that because, uh, the likes, they said, tell them to do the likes. Well, I forget. But now one of my followers put me in on that. It was an Elton John uh, thing for. It's an Elton John for the AIDS and Cancer Society or something for a Style magazine, something like that. I think I posted it. Well, I've not even tried to publicize it. I haven't even said much about it. But tomorrow is they picked I've already gone out of 20 people or so many people, and I'm down to tomorrow. I think they do pick the. I'm at number 3, but they pick the 5th, and then you go into another group and around Christmas. But you get $20,000, and you get to be going to this style thing. So I've just let it put alone. And I think what I'll do is I'll just post the deal. But you have to have Facebook because that's the way it verifies if you're you who you are, say you are, through that Facebook. So if you're not Facebook, then don't worry about trying to do it. But you can go in there and put a free vote. There's other votes that you can to help as a donation for the HIV and the cancer or HIV for Elton John's cause. But there's also a free vote, which if a lot of y'all would do the free vote, that'd be pretty good for me. So I'll put that link on the whatever part of this video, and that'll take you to that page, and you can, if you want to. If you don't, that's fine too. But I thought, boy, that money, I have no, uh, I have no way of believing that I would ever even win that because I'm not one of those contest people. I just don't do well with stuff like that. I never have. So that's about all that's been going on here. Is we've just going to doctors. I have to cook, so I just turn the camera on now that I can just turn it on and that. And I'm happy about this microphone because I worried about that half the day. I saw that comment and I thought, well, that microphone just sound okay to me, but I do think it's too close. Like right here, I don't have it on, but I'm gonna move it and see if it'll help. And I went to the store like I told you tonight, and I got some ribs. They were on sale for, oh, I don't know, $2 a pound, $1.89 a pound for ribs. Big old good looking ribs. So I'll cook those in the Instapot, braise them, and then put them in the Instapot. And probably I might bake them with something some other way. I don't know yet. That'll be tomorrow or the next day. But I've got to go to the doctor at 3, and I'm trying to see if I've answered everybody, and I've got everything done. Yeah, it says we have 23 people on. Well, that's great for me. It's better than no people. So I'm always happy whether it's 1 or 20, 25 or 50 or whatever. I'm appreciative of y'all, and I appreciate you following my channel. And I'll get through this cancer. And mother, it's kind of wearing her, but I told her, I said, Mother, I'll be fine. I'll be here to worry you to death. So don't worry about me flying away anytime soon. Hi, Dee. I didn't. I wondered where you was hiding at. Good evening, everyone. Hey, Billie Jean, Mama, and I'm late, but well, Dee. I'm early. I'm really early. I was going to show y'all. There's a way to do this. We're going to try this now. There's a way I can show my. Let me go down. Let me see if it'll switch. I'm not sure if it'll switch or not. I think it does. Yeah. I'm doing okay. I can't say I feel okay. But I'm still having a lot of stuff going on, trying to get things done. And I don't know why these pictures aren't coming up. I was going to show y'all a picture of the herbs. I finally got all those herbs moved into the house, and I was happy about that. But I can't get it up, so I'll show y'all next time. I'll show you next time. Yeah, Dee, I'm feeling halfway decent. All that I'm going through every couple of weeks, it just seems like you get to feeling really well. I mean, a lot better. And then it's time to do that same old procedure over again. And so, like I was telling all the rest of us, this will be my third time in about another week to 2 weeks. That'll be my third. And he said it'll take about 4 to 6 times to get these blood vessels all banded and taken care of so I won't rebleed. But that's a big process, like I've said, trying to have it get up, get over that 5:30 or 6 in the morning. You have to be driven. They put you to sleep. They put all those IVs and stuff in you, and then they wait for you to wake up. And yeah, I've lost weight. That's what I was just telling people. I've lost weight. But that's to be expected. And, I mean, hi, Kitty, how are you? Yeah, it's to be expected. It's not the cancer, like I said a while ago. But I think it's just the worry, and trying to get things done and get your medicine filled at the pharmacy and get this done and get to this doctor and to that doctor. I think it'd make anybody lose weight because I don't feel like I've cut down on eating at all. I think I still am eat as much as I want. Zippity doo. I've missed everything, just got here. I'll rewatch to catch up. Prayers to you. Thank you, Zippity. Yeah, I started early tonight. I had to because I'd come in, I'll reiterate this. I came in from the grocery store and I thought, I need to at least stop in because I feel like it tonight that I can stop in and talk to them, friends of mine. So I'll do it and then I'll get in there and get everything put up and stuff from the grocery store. Uh, but I thought, no, I'm going to go on early because I've got to get things done and have to always get mother her medicine, get her ready for bed. And about 9:30 is when I was coming on, and I still may. It's just when I feel well enough to do this that I can do it anymore. I can't say I'm going to be on a certain night or whatever. Once we get all this cancer mess going, if it ever is, then maybe we can get back to our schedule or try to get on a schedule, try to get those little shows I wanted to do through the week, the music shows and things. So, but I would just have to play it by ear. And I appreciate y'all sticking with me and all the prayers, Lord, all them prayers. It's what's kept me going, y'all. You know it is. Uh, that's what Mother says. She prays all the time for me and everybody because she feels like it's a blessing that I'm still here, which I am, which it is. Sandra Terry, thank you. She says, sending love and prayers from South Carolina. Well, I appreciate it. Prayers are great. Uh, I pray for y'all in a blanket prayer in the morning and in the evening, because my followers, we all have something going on all the time, whether it be with family, with ourselves, with our kids, with our grandkids. Uh, there's so much hectic stuff going on in this world. I'm just glad that we can kind of come together. And I hated when I got sick because I was getting every few nights or every night trying to come on. And I thought, this is working out well for everybody because at least we know somebody cares. And I do care. It's just that when my health took that turn on the Saturday, uh, and I nearly went to see Jesus, it just up, turned over the apple cart a little bit. But we'll get back to it. Hi, Kitty. Thank you for prayers. Thank you, everybody. I've got to get in there and get Mother. Let's see. Here's Diane. Do you still talk to Granny Pat? Hi, Mama. We all love you and your son. Well, Mama's in there directing and watching. I can't. She would come tell me if the sound was off. she she would tell me that. Yeah, I do talk to Granny Pat occasionally. Occasionally. There's David. Hello, David. Uh, yeah, I talked to Granny Pat occasionally, and I talked to Grandma Lois uh, this week. Matter of fact, uh, you're welcome, Zippity. Uh, I feel like a lot of things has been going on with a lot of people, and I try to evaluate my situation and certain friends, close friends, situations, and finally, after all this happened, I haven't been able to even evaluate my situation. I'm just taking care of Mama, and that's all I should be doing, and taking care of myself now. So, we're hanging in there, and once we get this done, y'all, November, we're in November, so Thanksgiving's coming and Christmas, but I'll try to come on. I can't say when, but I've got the doctor's appointment tomorrow. Maybe this weekend I'll try, and I'll do some kind of video, of course, for cooking. Because now, like I said, I've got all the microphone and the camera and stuff all back above where I cook. So now I can. I'd like to delete a bunch of those first videos before I got the wonderful camera, but then I think no, people know that I didn't know a thing about videos or nothing back then. Didn't know nothing about YouTube. And I thought they'll just have to realize I was a novice. I didn't know what I was doing because some of them are shameful to me. I think, Lord, I don't know how anybody could want to watch that, but I'm just going to leave them alone. I'm not going to take them off. Some of the lives I took off because they were the camera or the phone at that time I was using the phone, they were messing up, and I thought I don't want somebody to accidentally get onto one of those and think, Lord, I wouldn't watch that person. He don't know what he's doing and he's crazy. Well, I'm kind of crazy, but I like being crazy because it gives me character. Okay, y'all, it has been 38 minutes. But at least y'all know I'm okay. I know y'all are okay. God bless you. God bless us. God bless the United States. We'll talk to you soon. Bye bye.